One of the most innocent-looking items in your pantry, something we've trusted for generations, may be secretly impacting your blood sugar as much as a decadent dessert. It's true. That humble can of fruit, meant to be a healthy, convenient choice, might be hiding a secret that's sabotaging your wellness goals without you even realizing it. Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I'm here today to pull back the curtain on this pantry staple. We're going to transform confusion into clarity, and I promise that by the end of our time together, you will feel so confident and empowered every time you walk down that grocery aisle. Before we dive in, I would so love to know where you're joining me from today. Please say hello in the comments below. It truly brightens my day to see where all the wonderful women in our community are coming together from. And of course, if you believe in making health simple and accessible, please consider subscribing. We're building something truly special here. Now, we all love the convenience of canned fruit. It's there for us when fresh fruit isn't available. It lasts for ages, and it brings a little sunshine to our plate on a cloudy day. But not all canned fruit is created equal. The difference lies in what that beautiful fruit is packed in. And it's that liquid that can turn a healthy food into something else entirely. We're starting with the biggest culprit of all, something called heavy syrup. And once you understand what it really is, you'll never look at that can the same way again. So what exactly is heavy syrup? The name sounds a bit old-fashioned, but the reality is quite stark. It's simply a solution of water and a very large amount of refined sugar, usually from corn syrup or plain table sugar. Its only job is to make the fruit intensely sweet. I want you to try a little thought experiment with me. Picture a standard can of sliced peaches packed in heavy syrup. Now I want you to imagine taking out a teaspoon and your bag of white sugar. How many teaspoons of sugar do you think are in that one can? 2? 5? The shocking truth is that a single standard can of fruit in heavy syrup can contain over 40 grams of added sugar. That is the equivalent of 10 teaspoons of pure white sugar. 10. That's this much. Imagine spooning all of the sugar into your morning coffee or onto your oatmeal. You would never do it, yet we can easily consume it in a bowl of seemingly healthy fruit. When you eat that much refined sugar in one sitting, especially without much fiber to slow it down, it hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave. Your body releases a flood of insulin to try and manage it all, and what follows is the inevitable crash. That feeling of sudden tiredness in the afternoon, the brain fog that makes it hard to concentrate, the craving for even more sweets. That is your body reacting to the sugar roller coaster. We're turning a beautiful, nutrient-rich fruit from the orchard into what is essentially a candy. But heavy syrup isn't the only liquid you'll find on the shelf, and this is where so many of us can get tripped up. So how do we navigate this confusing aisle and tell the good from the bad and the truly sneaky? That's exactly what we are going to decode next. Walking down the canned food aisle can feel a little overwhelming. You'll see cans that say, in heavy syrup, in light syrup, in 100% juice, and in water. Let's break down what these really mean for your body. We already know that heavy syrup is our sugar bomb, and in light syrup is just a slightly less concentrated version of the same thing, still packed with added sugar. So many people then reach for the fruit packed in 100% juice, thinking it's the perfect natural choice. Now here's something that surprises almost everyone I tell. While it is certainly a better option than syrup, it's not always the innocent choice it appears to be. That 100% juice is often a concentrated blend of other fruit juices, like white grape or apple juice, which are used to sweeten the product. This is still a significant source of liquid sugar that can impact your blood sugar levels. It's a classic example of what we call a health halo. It sounds so good that we don't question it. In some cases, a can packed in juice can have nearly as much total sugar as one in light syrup. Have you ever been caught by this, thinking you were making the healthiest choice? I would be so curious to hear your experiences in the comments. It's a very common and understandable point of confusion. This leaves us with our clear winner: fruit packed in water. When fruit is canned in water, you're getting the fruit and its own natural sweetness without any uninvited guests. The calorie and sugar count is dramatically lower, and you get to taste the actual fruit, not just a sugary syrup. This is without a doubt the best choice for stable energy and overall wellness. Choosing fruit and water is a fantastic first step, but what if you want to be absolutely certain you're in control? Now lean in for a moment, because this is the secret food companies don't always want you to know. The wonderful news is that you don't need to be a nutritionist to become an expert. You just need to know where to find two tiny but powerful clues on the label, and I'm going to show you how to spot them in less than a minute. This is where you take all of your power back from the food marketers and confusing labels. All you need to do is turn that can around and look at the nutrition facts panel. Your eyes should go to two specific places. First, look for a line that says added sugars. This is one of the most helpful updates to food labels in years. It separates the sugar that is naturally occurring in the fruit itself from the sugar that the company has added in: the syrups, the juices, the sweeteners. Your goal is to find a can where this number is as close to zero as possible. For fruit packed in water, it should be 0. This one little number tells you almost everything you need to know. Think of it as the truth teller on the label. Second, glance down at the ingredients list. The rule here is beautifully simple: the shorter, the better. For the perfect can of fruit, you want to see just 2, maybe 3 ingredients. For peaches, it should say peaches, water. You might also see ascorbic acid or vitamin C, which is simply added to prevent the fruit from browning, and that is perfectly fine. If you see sugar, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, or fruit juice concentrate high up on that list, you know that it is not the purest choice for your body. That's it. Look for added sugars and a short ingredients list. It's a 60-second check that puts you in complete control. Now, this is fantastic knowledge for your next trip to the store, but I can hear some of you asking, Dr. Hart, what about the cans I already have in my pantry? I bought some in syrup before I knew this. Do I have to throw them away? And the answer is absolutely not. I am a huge believer in not wasting food. There is a simple, practical trick you can use to rescue that fruit, and I'm going to share it with you right now. This is a wonderful tip that is both healthy and resourceful. If you have a can of fruit at home that's packed in light syrup or even heavy syrup, you can dramatically reduce its sugar load with one simple step. Here's what you do. Grab a fine mesh strainer or a colander and place it in your sink. Open the can of fruit and pour the entire contents, fruit and syrup, into the strainer. The syrup will drain away immediately. Then, turn on your tap to a gentle stream of cool water and give the fruit a very thorough rinse for about 30 to 60 seconds. Gently toss the fruit in the strainer to make sure the water is reaching all the surfaces. What you are doing is washing away a huge portion of that sugary syrup that is clinging to the outside of the fruit. Now, this won't remove the sugar that has been absorbed deep inside the fruit pieces over time, but scientific studies have shown that this simple act of draining and rinsing can wash away a very meaningful amount of the added sugar. It can turn a potential blood sugar disaster into a much, much more manageable treat. Think of it this way. You are rinsing a candy-like coating right down the drain, leaving more of the simple, honest fruit behind. It's a perfect example of how we can make better choices with what we already have. It isn't about being perfect, it's about being practical and informed. This little rinsing trick is a perfect example of how small pieces of knowledge can create huge, positive changes in our health. It's not about overwhelming, drastic diets. It's about making a series of smart, gentle, and informed choices that add up over time. And that brings us to the most important takeaway of all. Your pantry is a place of comfort, of readiness, of convenience, and I want you to know with absolute certainty that it can and should be a place of vibrant health too. You don't have to choose between convenience and your well-being. Today, you've learned the truth about heavy syrup, that it's essentially candy in a can. You've learned to decode the labels and see that fruit packed in its own juices isn't always what it seems, and that fruit packed in simple water is your truest friend. You've become an expert label reader, knowing to look for added sugars and a short, clean ingredients list. And you even have a wonderful, no-waste trick to make the food you already own much healthier. This knowledge gives you power. It gives you confidence. The next time you walk down that grocery aisle or open your cupboard, you won't feel confusion or doubt. You will feel a quiet, steady confidence, knowing that you are making a choice that nourishes your body, stabilizes your energy, and honors the deep commitment you have made to your own health. So here is my simple invitation to you. The next time you're in your kitchen, just pick up one can of fruit from your pantry. Don't do anything else. Just turn it around and read the label with your new expert eyes. That one small act of curiosity is a beautiful first step on this journey. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this video helped bring a little bit of clarity to your day, please consider sharing it with a friend, a sister, or a neighbor who might find it helpful too. Let's continue to build this incredible community where we all feel supported and strong. Take wonderful care of yourselves, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.